Welcome to the Sassy Cheetah Podcast with Leona Griffin. Tune into the Sassy Cheetah Podcast every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Follow Sassy Cheetah on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch our blogs at sassycheetah.com and download the Sassy Cheetah app on the App Store or Google Play. Welcome to the Sassy Cheetah Podcast for small to mid-sized business owners and marketers. We'll discuss marketing strategies, trends, and ways to get the best ROI from your marketing dollars. I'll discuss strategies I'm executing. We'll talk to different business owners and marketers to find out what's working for them and what you could be doing to grow your business online. My name's Leona Griffin, and I have over 20 years digital marketing experience. I have experience in email marketing, SEO, paid search, social media, and digital strategy. I've helped over 900 businesses execute successful marketing strategies. Our topic today will be strategic planning. I believe a lot of small to mid-sized businesses don't actually do strategic planning. They do a lot of marketing initiatives or marketing tactics, but aren't actually using a strategic plan to inform what those tactics or initiatives should be. When I started my first business 20 years ago, I had no knowledge about strategic planning. You just start your business and you kind of fumble around trying to do your best to generate business, generate leads, close sales, do the work, whatever it is. And, I think, fast forwarding into my last role, actually going through a formal strategic planning process, I see the value in that. And I really see the value from being, having had my own business in the past to working at, a corporation or a business, and seeing the fact of, every day you're in the weeds trying to solve problems, trying to make sales, trying to make the business go. And very rarely do you actually get to come up out of the weeds and have that 30,000 foot overview of the company and what needs to be done in order to really make a difference and make an impact. And so for that reason, I do really like strategic planning and encourage small businesses to get into the practice of strategic planning. Creating a strategic plan helps you to clarify your vision and really to help to communicate to everyone who you're working with what your vision is, what your strategy is, what your goals are, and how you plan on getting there. So what's strategic planning? It helps you outline what it'll take to move your company forward. It keeps you focused on the things that'll help you achieve your goals. It helps you to put some stakes in the ground. You write it down, you refer to it, you use it to hold yourself accountable. It doesn't need to be elaborate, it just serves as a roadmap for the next year. When you're a business owner or a marketer, you know that there's a lot to get done, and oftentimes we have to wear many hats. And as the year goes on, we get busy, but are we busy doing the right work or busy work? Are we doing the things that will really make a difference? The things that will move the needle? To get started with a strategic plan, you have to think about what will move the needle, what will drive new sales, what will increase revenue significantly. That could be anything from improving your supply chain to simplifying the shipping options for customers to improving your returns policies or your refund policies. Maybe it's finding new vendors or new partners to improve the product line that you have for your customers. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is write down what your goal is. What is that thing that's going to move the needle? And the second thing you're going to want to do is write down how you're going to measure it. Will that be through sales? Is that profit? Is that cutting losses? Really writing down how you can measure it. And then keeping the plan simplistic. What are the actions that need to happen? Who's responsible for doing the actions? And when it will be done by? I remember my first year of strategic planning. It was going into meetings, starting somewhere in like October, November, meeting with the different leadership team members, and we were all kind of drafting our first strat plans, and and then at the end we would present them probably closer to the mid or end of December, and I remember that my plan, for the first year, I swear it was like 30 pages long, I felt like I had to document every single task that every single person on my team was going to do for the entire year in order to be successful with carrying out my plan. And that was just disastrous. It was too structured. It was too much. There was no way that we could probably stay on that schedule for the entire year, and that's like thinking that nothing could change, nothing could come up. There was no room for error, no room for any changes in the company that we would need to, as a marketing team, need to adjust for. So, that's the one thing I would say is that my first strat plan was just no way achievable. And, we did our very best to carry it out. But those are the things and the types of lessons that I learned my first year was, it's really about what the most important things are and making sure those get done. You don't need to be a project manager at the level, of having every single task documented in a strat plan. You just need to focus at a high level of what those most important things are that you need to do and making sure that you're tracking that they're getting done and knowing what you'll do to get it back on track if it's not. So 30-page strat plans, that's a no-go. Keep it simple. Keep it to one page, really focusing high level, of what needs done to be successful. When you're making a strategic plan, you want to make sure that it's achievable. Communicate and talk with your partners and vendors. Try to understand the steps and the processes that it will take to complete certain actions so that you can really estimate not only the time, but the costs to make sure your plan is robust and has everything that's needed. Once you're done with your strategic plan, then you want to share it. Share it with everyone who's working with you to help you achieve your goals, so you're all on the same page of what needs done, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to achieve. That may be internal teams or assistant or marketers. It may be external teams, agencies, or vendors. But you want to share it and communicate it so that everyone is moving in the same direction. They understand what's at stake, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, and everyone's moving in the same direction. Once you have your plan done, then each month you're just going to want to review it and see where you are. Determine if you're on track or not. Now, if you are, that's great. But if you're not, how will you get back on track? This is the things where you kind of hold yourself accountable and remember why you did strategic planning in the first place. It was to make sure that your business continues to grow and reaches the goals that you have for it, focusing on the most important things. Now, oftentimes we just get busy with busy work and things that aren't necessarily going to move the needle. And so if you make yourself look at your strategic plan at least once a month, it will let you know and kind of make you a little bit more accountable of where you're spending your time. This may be where you need to ask yourself if you need help. Maybe you're spending your time in the weeds and not actually doing the things that are most important to make your business grow. Thanks for listening to our podcast today. You can join the conversation about strategic planning on our Facebook page, or you can read more about strategic planning in our blog at sassycheetah.com.